Hello, welcome to Dormified. Today we will be playing Banished. Basically, it is a fishing / winter / death simulation that just came out onto the PC and I believe other gaming consoles, but I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I think it's only PC.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, I don't think this format would work on anything else except
true,
PC.
True. Linux, it's kind of.
That's still PC.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to play StarCraft on like the N64?
That's the best version.
No, it's not. Don't even.
So we're going to need a name for our shitty hard-ass town to survive in.
Have you explained the challenge we're doing?
No, not yet. So something mature. Okay. So far.
That's great.
Poop.
Dank 420.
Poop wedding for. No, can't. No numbers. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Random map seed. So basically, what our challenge is today is we will be playing on the hardest terrain type, which is, in my opinion, mountains. We'll be playing at the smallest terrain size, so there's not much resources to gather. We will be playing on harsh climate, so the winter is just absolutely terrifying and horrible, and we all die. Disasters will be on, and starting conditions are hard, which is basically what the people get in your community as soon as you start the game.
What kind of disasters are in this?
I don't know.
Have you actually experienced
I've
one?
actually never played any of the games with disasters because I've been too terrified to do it. Okay, so a quick few things to go into. There's a few different HUD options I like to have on here. So basically, what we have here is professions. So you have a group of 8 adults and 6 children and no students so far. And what you can do is you can assign the adults to do different tasks through this menu. So a laborer goes out and picks up things and just moves things around, and that's what they default as. Then you also have builders, build things, farmers, etc., etc., etc.
Okay.
So if you need a person to cut wood, you assign a woodcutter from your people.
Oh, okay.
And now, this is just our basic materials that we have. It shows us our logs, our firewood, food, our stone, our coal, which we won't need, medicine, which we won't need because we'll probably die before then, iron, tools, and clothing. What we're going to be paying attention to
We're going to die before we can get iron.
I'm very optimistic about this.
Yeah. No, you can get iron pretty quickly. It's just all around the place. So let's have a look around. Basically, this is our tiny ass map.
Ooh, that is teeny tiny.
Teeny tiny. It's long but tiny. So straight off the back, pretty lucky.
It's big but small.
Pretty lucky we have a gigantic river right next to us, and this is the first time I've actually been playing on the hardest difficulty of everything. So this is going to be pretty horrible from what I hear from a lot of other YouTubers and articles that this is just all hell on earth. It's going to be horrible. Everyone will die. It'll be great.
Okay, that's fine. So, Ember and I have introduced ourselves in the other episode that we recorded. Who is the new person we have?
Oh, hello. You're talking about me. Wow, how silly of me to not introduce myself. My name is Sam, and you should call me Sam because my name is Sam.
Well said.
That was great. I like that introduction. So I'm Zach.
I'm Ember.
All right, that's who we are.
Yep, and that's who we will be. So basically, what I just did on the screen is I put down a fisherman's hut, and I put down 2 more houses. Actually, I think
What's the distinction between a fisherman's hut and a house?
a house is where people live, and a fisherman's hut is where people go to fish.
So we don't die.
No, okay, so are you talking about the fishing dock, or is it the thing between the houses and the fishing
No,
dock?
it's right. That's a fishing dock. Sorry.
Oh, you said like fisherman's hut, and I'm like,
Yeah,
so is
yeah,
it just
yeah.
the house?
No.
Like, what's the difference between a house and a house?
It's a house of a fisherman.
So
okay.
So basically, I've assigned 3 houses to be built, and I've made a stockpile for all of our our laborers to put our supplies.
Wouldn't you want the stockpile on the upper right so that it's closest to the stuff?
This already doesn't matter. Okay.
Well, that's a negative point of view.
Okay. So basically, right now, I'm telling all of our laborers to collect what little trees we have on our little island thingy in between the 2 rivers of death.
Can we create a bridge?
We can, but it takes a lot of stone. There's a lot of things we have to do before we can
There's
do
not a
anything
lot of
else.
stone here.
There's not a lot of stone here.
Why don't we make a bridge?
Well,
We can get to the other
there's-
resources.
because we would use all 0 amounts of stone we have right now.
Oh.
So basically, what our people are going to do right now is I have 2 people that will start building, and they build in order of what I put down. So basically, since I put down the fishing hut or
Oh,
dock,
wow, that got to
whatever
winter really
first.
fast.
Oh no, it's actually early spring, so this is last winter.
Oh, okay.
So,
So, question: if you have them just listed as laborers, do they just do whatever, or what? happens?
laborers just go out and collect their own resources if
Oh, okay.
you don't have them as anything. Right now, I have 6 of them doing that because I told them to mine / gather all these trees as quickly.
You
as
trust
they
them to gather the right proportions of what things you need?
could. Well,
Because I'm assuming they're pretty stupid.
they are pretty stupid, but they'll keep going as long as they can, basically,
Until they die.
until they die. That's exactly right.
Well, at least we started at a good season, so we got
Where is-
we got like half of a year before things are a problem again.
okay. True.
So we're gonna build roads, right?
Well, we will. That's a privilege that we'll get to later.
Depending
So-
on how long they live.
So why don't we build a road leading
haven't-
to our eventual bridge?
Okay, we're not having a bridge quite yet. This is
Food is
your
more
priorities
important.
are pretty low right now. So basically, we definitely need
priorities
food
are
right
rich.
now. So we have 4 people that will start building as soon as the goods are put in the stockpile. So right now, everything has been delivered to the fishing dock, and now it just needs people to build it, which is already happening pretty quickly. So fishing docks are a little bit iffy because you can get either a lot of food, like 1,000 units of fish per year, or you could get as little as like 100, and then have your entire village suffer.
Okay, how many units of food does a unit does a
One
person
person eats 1 unit of food per meal.
Oh,
So
okay. Is it
it's-
like a meal every minute or something?
I
Or-
actually don't know. I'm not that far deep into this game yet. So basically, this number that I just hit up to 4, I just did the same thing that I do up here and assigned 4 fishermen to work on our fishing dock.
So how much have you been playing this
I've
for now?
been playing this game for a long time, but I've actually made some pretty big cities. But they were the first one I played ever. I had easiest everything, no disasters or anything like that, and I died within the first winter.
Ooh, that's good.
It was really rough. And now I'm a lot better at this game, but I mean,
So when the
it's
hurricane goes through.
Yeah, no, actually, I honestly have no idea what disasters are in this game and how they affect things and blah blah blah.
Well, volcano's gonna erupt and your city's gonna become
There's no-
burn up into every.
So is this still technically a beta or is this an actual release
No, this is
game?
an actual release game.
Oh, okay.
You can buy it on Steam for $20.
But it's not just like early access.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It was early access earlier this year, but it just came out, I believe, a month ago. Okay, so basically, every family has a home already except for these guys, and that's why they have the home icon.
Yo, fuck them.
So if 3 is not enough, so fuck them.
Just let him sleep under a tree. That's probably safe.
So now we're going to build one more home.
What? I don't see any caribou this time.
Yeah, I know.
This
So-
time, this is the first time we've ever seen this game.
So
What are you talking about?
So basically, our fishing dock is all right so far. Actually, it's doing really well. 315 for only about a quarter of the season. That's pretty.
So
good.
are we stockpiling enough stuff to last through winter yet?
No.
All right, that means yes.
We'll find out.
We'll do fine.
We're still waiting on a woodcutter's hut to cut the firewood for the winter, which hasn't been built yet because all of our people are lazy. And
Well,
if
you have
that-
2 builders. Why aren't they building?
True, because they need to rest and stuff like that. We're going at 10 times the speed of everything, so they have to just rest.
How many days go into a season?
I don't know. It's not really days because there's no night in it.
Oh,
so.
let's see. It just went through a night.
No,
transition.
that's rain.
Oh.
That's rain.
I
There's
was
no
like, come
night.
on.
There's no night.
I
in it.
just saw nighttime.
Okay, this is almost up. Okay, what are we low on? We are low on food, of course. And we're actually doing alright on food. It sends an alert every, I think, 225 down. So, we're doing okay. Now we have too many builders, and we don't have enough woodcutters, and blah, 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 blah. We're actually doing alright. So,
So we're not losing yet.
we're not losing yet, and I
Okay.
am going to privilege this small community with a road.
Aw, yeah. Look at that road.
Boom.
It's beautiful.
So what roads do is that once they're built, citizens can move quicker on the roads than they can just off on land.
Okay, is that road gonna help?
So the daily
It
commute to the
helps.
fishing docks is decreased from 5 seconds to 2.
Exactly.
Oh, great.
Okay, so the next thing I want to make is a hunting cabin because I know we'll need more food. And
Well,
what
I don't
the-
see any animals. Do they
well,
just kind
no,
of
they
appear?
just kind of appear.
Oh, okay.
So what the hunting cabin also does is that it will give us leather, and the leather will be super useful for when we run out of coats.
You should put it on the other side of the river.
I think we should put it right
You
here.
can just swim
actually.
across.
Definitely right here.
Definitely swim across.
Okay, so basically,
I
once
believe in our villagers.
once-
Sam doesn't.
once that's going to be all built and done, we will have 3 hunters that will gather meat from caribou and leather from caribou, and then the leather can be made into coats, which we only have 3 of right now, which is not good.
So is it caribou because we're in the mountains?
I think it's caribou is the only animal that you can hunt in this. I'm not actually sure.
Okay.
There's still a lot to come out
Okay.
in this game. Here, look, there's some right there.
Oh, okay. So they're just kind of like a generic animal. They can do
Right,
literally
yeah.
anything.
A deer, caribou, it could be a moose. Okay, some people are.
Moose are huge.
Some people are.
I don't know
still
if we
homeless.
want to hunt moose.
Don't know why some
The
people are.
meat
homeless.
return would be
We
fantastic.
actually have already had 2 people to reproduce, and now we have 8 kids.
I
and
thought he was
9
going to say
adults.
2 people to die, and I'm like, all right.
Oh, winter's here. No, you're not too far off. It's
Hmm.
going to happen soon.
Wait, what am I looking at to see the population go down?
So, okay, this is the number of adults on the far left, number of students on the middle. We don't have a school right now, so it doesn't matter, and number of children on
So
the
it's
right.
9 and 8.
Yeah, which is the bad thing is the more houses you put down, the more encouragement you have for them to reproduce. But if you have too many people, you need more houses. But then they'll just keep reproducing, and then you'll need more houses, and then
Oh, okay.
blah, blah, blah. It's
Also,
an endless
children
cycle.
are useless, and you want them
Yes.
to die.
Yes, I was just about to get to that. Why don't you tell? the viewers
Because
what
children
they
are
do?
lazy, and they don't do work, and they just eat all your food and steal all your coats.
They literally do jack shit for the community. They're not even laborers. They stay as a child for 14 years or
Ugh.
whatever, and then they eat, and that's it. They just eat.
Oh, so it's like in Dwarf Fortress when your fortress gets overrun by cats?
That's
Yeah.
not
And they
always
just
good.
keep eating your food and reproducing, and eventually you can't run the game anymore because it's trying to calculate too many cat moves?
Right.
Oh,
It's
okay.
exactly like that game. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never played before.
It's,
Okay.
It's like this, but you control dwarfs, and it's all in like ASCII art.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't see
Yeah.
what the hell's happening.
You can.
I-
I don't think the interface is a problem.
When a goblin is a G, I'm having some issues.
Well,
okay.
yeah,
Holy shit. Okay,
What?
so our fish dock has gained 1,200 units, I guess, of fish, which is an
okay. Well,
incredibly
you have
huge
a
amount.
little empty cup in the lower right. What's
That's
low?
just resources. Firewood.
Okay,
is
that's
at
an issue.
65. That's not an issue. We're almost out. We're at
Oh yeah,
winter right now.
we got some adults from kids.
Okay, new
They grow up way more than you think they do.
new thing. So this is a fuel limit. So basically, a fuel limit is how much or what the top amount of resources of this good you can make. So if I set this to 300, he won't stop making firewood until he's at 300. What happened this winter is that I set it to 200, and we
the
have just
200
a
right now?
barely. We have 70 left for this winter.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, we'll make it through. We have plenty of firewood for it. But the next winter we already have more people, so we'll need more things. There are still homeless people. Why is
It's
that?
no, because some kids turn into adults.
Well, I know, but look, we already have. Well, actually, they can figure it out. Whatever. That house only has 1 person. That has 2 people in it. They can move in with each other. That's fine.
One
be
of them's
great.
a loner.
Yes.
They,
One of
they
them-
have roommate issues.
They chose to be by themselves. So the next thing I want to be putting down is
Church.
What's called a storage barn.
Oh, that's not a church.
Comes a
We need
lot
religion.
later. No, we don't.
We need
Okay.
religion to know who we are.
So the storage barn is basically a massive size thing of a storage cart. So it's where you store your food and your goods and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
So
Does it move around?
It does. It's a barn.
It's a mobile barn.
It's a barn. And then basically
No, talking about the cart, not
No,
the
it
barn.
doesn't. this is a stockpile, and what the stockpile holds is just iron, coal, stone, and logs in it.
Does the stockpile move?
No, the stockpile does not move. What are we low on? Logs. Logs is okay. We need more people to go and cut down logs.
So will they go out and cut things they haven't designated to cut?
No, they will never cut down things that I haven't told them to cut.
Okay. Why don't you just designate the whole map?
Because then they'll run out forever and drown through the river.
Because those are technically closer than
Now,
the
if
other ones.
it's too far away, if I designate like something way over here to be mined or cut down, then they'll have to walk all the way back, and they usually die on their way back because they're too cold or they have no food or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
So, little problem. We're actually running pretty low on logs. On logs, and I don't have enough resources or time to make a
Oop, you have 2 of them.
forester. That's probably the same thing. Yeah, logs again.
Why would that show up twice?
Because it just reminds me.